And I hope it's Russell Wilson's finger. He's never going to admit that there's something wrong with his finger. But there were 3 key moments last night where it was a 3rd and 4, it was a 3rd and 14, and it was a 4th and 6. And he underthrew guys.
Yeah, definitely.
It was the 3rd and 4 play. D. Eskridge, and he gave him the go, and we know that Russell Wilson throws the prettiest deep ball in the game. The problem is he underthrew Eskridge.
Underthrew that big time,
and Eskridge had a shot at it, but he underthrew it.
Right.
Then a 3rd and 14.
Is that the DK Metcalf one?
Underthrew DK Metcalf.
That was egregiously underthrown. Yeah, I mean, he's gone. Yes.
And then the 4th down play that sparked a controversy over whether or not there was pass interference because nothing triggers pass interference like an underthrown ball. He had DJ Dallas, and he underthrew him.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that it should have been pass interference, and Seahawks fans are pissed off about that today. But if you don't underthrow that wasn't a deliberate underthrow situation. That was just a flat-out underthrow a guy who was open. If you drop it in on this key 4th down play with 3:25 left in the game, he just underthrew him.
No
look,
doubt.
Seahawks fans, you're still not going to win the game. I'm sorry. I mean, it's not like you got hosed out of a victory here. This isn't last play of the game when you're down 3 points and the guy's running into the end zone. It still was not going to work out, I don't think. But it's not an issue if the ball's put where it was supposed to be. So that's why I say I hope it's the finger. Because if it's the finger, he's got an excuse, a legitimate excuse, not the, nice excuse. So it really has me wondering, the combination of those throws, Chris, and just watching him move, there's something about the way he moves now that is different from the way he used to move.
It's not as good.
He doesn't have that sudden, he doesn't have that sudden burst. Here's the second underthrow we talked about earlier. He's got him. What is this? That's not the Russell Wilson that we know. He has DK Metcalf. Metcalf blows past Jalen Ramsey and is gone and has to stop, pitch a tent, cook dinner, and wait for the ball to arrive. That is not Russell Wilson.
No.
So again, I hope it's the finger, because between that and the fact that he does not explode away from pressure like he used to. He gets swallowed up like every other pocket passer. I mean, he has become, and I don't think this was deliberate. With Steve McNair and Steve Young, it was deliberate. Later in the career, we can't have guys running. They can't run like they used to. You got to make them into a pocket passer if they're going to survive. Russell Wilson has inadvertently become a pocket passer because that's the only way he's going to be successful. And if he can't hit the guys that are open, if he can't throw the deep ball, and if he's going to underthrow it consistently, and again, I hope it's the finger, he's not the guy that he was. He's getting a year ago you could say there were maybe some other younger quarterbacks passing him,
right,
and he was flatlined.
Right.
Now we're starting to see this. And I hope it's because of the finger, because if it's because of the finger, there's hope that next year he'll be back up.
Yeah, hopefully it is the finger. You know, again, you do as a quarterback, you have a finger issue. Certainly that's going to affect your throwing. Anytime you go on a long hiatus of, like, not being able to throw, you can get out of a rhythm as a quarterback and, like, be like, oh, man, I'm getting completions, but it doesn't feel right. I mean, there is that aspect, Mike. I've been there. I know other quarterbacks have been there where, you go through a game and the guy – throws for 55%, but you go, oh, man, I mean, it just never felt clean coming out of my hand. Yeah, he's never seemed to kind of recatch that, maybe fire or that momentum he had early in the year. We've seen that from Dak Prescott, too, after his injury. So I got to think there's a little bit of that along with the finger, Mike, and I'm glad you brought up the movement stuff. This is something I've been saying on my podcast really for about the last year. But early in the year, I said some of this stuff as well. Yeah, he's not the magic man he once was as far as, being able to escape, make people miss, explode up the middle of the pocket and rip off a 25, 30-yard run. Those have been few and far, few and far between the last 2 years. You have not seen that element of Russell Wilson. I mean, whether it's Von Miller or Aaron Donald, I mean, again, I don't want to say it's your normal everyday pocket passer, but yet they had no problem swallowing him up yesterday, like you said, when he did want to move or make something happen. Maybe
he's trying, Chris. Maybe he's trying Maybe he's trying. Maybe he's heard the voices. And this gets back to the quality of the coaching he's had for 10 years now. We made this point a few weeks ago. You know, when you get into your 30s is the point where there's an intersection of your lingering physical skills, which linger longer than ever before for quarterbacks because of the inherent protections they have. And we're just seeing guys thrive deeper into their 30s than we ever have. You've got your physical skills, and you've got the combination of all the things you've learned, all the stuff you've seen, all the situations you've been in that allow you to become coach on the field who can get it done. And this is the window that Russell Wilson should be in, and he's not hitting that higher level. And I don't know whether he's deliberately trying to force himself to become that pocket passer, or he just knows between the combination of not wanting to get himself injured when he runs, and I just can't do it like I used to, so I'm not even going to try.
I think
there's a self-awareness to what he's doing now.
I think there's more of that. I do. I think it's more the fact that he understands he's not going to be able to make the magic with his legs that he once could, and he's going to try to stay in the pocket and make throws that way. Now, again, you're right. We bring up this point, quite often when we talk about it. He's been in an offense that hasn't lent itself to him being on the mental level maybe that we've seen other great quarterbacks at his age kind of reach. There's no question. It's been basic. It's always been about, we're going to run the ball, and, we'll take a shot when we play one-on-one, and we're going to play defense, and, hey, don't turn the ball over, which has affected him now because really the other thing you'll see about Russell Wilson is, throwing the ball down the middle of the field is not one of his fortes either. He's a little smaller. He doesn't trust it when he's in the pocket, so he doesn't like to really let it rip down that part of the football field a whole lot. It's always looking for something safe outside the numbers. And because, hey, like you said, his whole career has been, hey, don't turn it over. We got a great defense. Don't turn it over. We got a great defense. He's never had just the green light to understand all the offense and checks and, let's let it fly and do all of that stuff. That's never been a part of it. So it's like the old phrase, Mike, you've heard me say, he doesn't know what he doesn't even know. If he went with McVay in L.A. or Shanahan with the 49ers or McDaniels or LaFleur or down with Bruce Arians or any of those, he'd learn football and go, oh, my gosh, I didn't know that's how they taught those plays, or that's what they were reading, or, oh, that's why they checked to that every time that defense played that. No, I think there's like a loss of that in Russell Wilson's kind of development because of the style of football that Seattle's played all these years.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.